We have been invited here today to share with Jennine Caban and Marc Caban in a very important moment of their lives.
We always do a little bit of French and English, and we never really know where the two overlap. But it doesn't matter because it's all with love. And we appreciate all the efforts that everyone has made to come, some very close, some very far. But you're all very special to us. So we want to thank you all for being here with us tonight.
So one other thing, thank you guys for choosing this amazing venue for having your wedding. I know I can only speak for myself that this is an incredible experience that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. So thank you.
The most important of all is Jennine and Marc's wedding tomorrow. That symbolizes for all of us the importance of family, love, and friendship. Because without that, there's no quality to life.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Janelle. I'm Jennine's sister, and I am one of the lucky few who get to say that they've known Jennine since the beginning when she came barging into my life and made me a sister.
I met Jennine and Janelle in 1992. When they were 5 and 10 years old. They just were both the most pure of heart. Beautiful girls. I mean, it was nice to meet Rudy, but they were just a huge, massive bonus to me.
I feel like she kind of barges into people's lives. Like it's not, she doesn't just suddenly slip in. So I've been an only child and was so excited to have a baby sister, a built-in friend, confidant, and companion. So having a sister is one of the greatest experiences in life. And having a little sister is even better because it meant that I was the boss. So in kindergarten, I got to take her in as like my show and tell. I think she was a baby.
Every day, you need to remember to always love each other, to appreciate each other.
Before the start of the official wedding ceremonies, it is thought to be very auspicious and cleansing and purifying, and everybody who is present offers their blessings for the love and togetherness and the longevity of their marriage. So this is a paste made of turmeric and rose water and sandalwood, and some people put milk and other things in it based on their own customs, but we have the face mask with the turmeric and rose water. So everybody who's married is going to do it first, and then they're going to do it on whoever is not married, because the tradition goes that if they have it applied on them from the bride and groom-to-be, they're the next ones to find an attractive bride and groom.
Marc has a very adventurous spirit. He's always getting himself into interesting situations. He's always talking to random people, basically making the world a little bit better for everybody around him. So, for example, a few months ago, we went snowboarding with a few friends. So the night before we went snowboarding, we stayed in a hotel. There were a couple of us, and it was on top of a casino. And so I'm boring. Like, it was like 1 a.m. I decided I'm gonna go to sleep. Well, Marc, he'd been working hard for like 3 weeks straight. He's a doctor. We all find, I'm very impressed by that. I think it's very honorable. But he also, like, he'd been working for 3 weeks straight, not sleeping. He was just like, you know what, I'm gonna let loose a little bit. So Marc goes downstairs to the casino at like 1 a.m.
So I'm married. Jennine adopted me around 3rd grade and has been trying for the last 22 years to make me cool. Not quite successful yet. Jennine was the first person to teach me how to do my makeup, and I'm pretty sure that was her cousin's. She always had cooler clothes than me. She had more style. She knew all the slang.
So when I wake up in the morning, Marc had been up the entire night gambling, and he made some money. So rather than come home and like sleep for a half an hour, he actually goes to the bar and gets a bunch of breakfast for everybody. So he comes up, I wake up, he gives us breakfast, then we go snowboarding for like however long. So anyways, to recap all this, so what Marc was working on fixing people's spines for 3 weeks straight. Then he drove up to the mountains. Then he stayed up the entire night. Then he was thoughtful enough to cut short his night of gambling to buy us breakfast. And then he still somehow had the energy to go snowboarding for another 6 hours and do his usual thing of making jokes and making everybody have a good time. And again, like, you know, be generally adventurous and make sure everyone was having a good time. So all that to say that I never pass up an opportunity to hang out with Marc because he's always fun.
I got to claim all the best dolls and Barbie clothes first. I got to pick the pink dress-up accessories. And I also, best of all, since I knew better, I got to name all her stuffed animals and her pets. And she just kind of like went with it because she didn't know any better because I was the boss. So I don't think that she got to pick out a single pet's name. No, it wasn't. I picked that. Sorry.
And, you know, a lot of fun memories, but I think about when we took Jennine. Rudy was working late one night, so I wanted to take Jennine and Janelle ice skating. And Janelle and I were trying to teach Jennine how to ice skate. She didn't really have the concept of standing up on the blades, so she was just kind of scrambling. And we kept trying to tell her it's a lot easier if you stand the blades up instead of go sideways with your ankles turned. But no, this is fun. So Janelle and I just finally gave up. She's having fun, so what can you do?
Born from the love between Donna, an American, and Bernard, a French playboy, you grew up with both cultures. In Grenoble, you wore your baseball cap backwards, a hoodie, an earring in your left ear, you flex your muscle, and you often spoke and act like an American rapper.
So I like to think of Marc as my brother from an American mother because, like him, I'm also French American, and I appreciate that Marc is a complex guy, and he has really two polar opposite sides. On the one hand, he's a refined, old world guy who likes fine wine, he likes to cook, he knows music, he knows history. And on the other hand, he loves baseball, and he knows how to cook a good hot dog, whether that's and make it nice and charred on the outside, whether that's with lighter fluid or the Wall Street Journal or whatever thing is just hanging out.
I happen to be very happy with my 8th grade boyfriend choice, but I never approved of who Jennine dated. So when I heard in college that she had her eyes on a guy named Marc, I was super skeptical.
So 2006, 1 year after she's in college, by Thanksgiving, there was Marc we were being introduced to. By Christmas, we actually got to start to know him. And first and foremost thing, this really, he was younger then, but still pretty interesting guy with pretty interesting life. And he just, every time, asked us about ourselves. And if he asks Rudy, or even if he doesn't ask Rudy will tell you so much about his photography, and he's so excited. And he even gets kind of technical, but Marc never winces. He just keeps listening, always interested, always remembers everything.
For the first time in her life, Jennine had someone smart and handsome and kind. And he's not cool. So, that's fine, but everything else he is makes up for it.
Initially I thought, Marc and Jennine had different personalities. On a first impression, Jennine, she's definitely lively and fun and pretty bubbly. Marc, not as much. But he has his moments.
Marc he's really funny, or at least he thinks he's funny. I think that runs in the Caban family. So he makes jokes all the time. And after each one, which again, may or may not be funny, that's actually beside the point, because he laughs so hard and his eyes get so big that that must have been funny. So everyone laughs and everyone has a good time.
And I liked what Phil said last night, that laugh. It really cracks me up, whether Marc is laughing at something that's funny or not. If I hear him laugh, I'm laughing too.
was thanking them for having given me the best 3 gifts for my birthday. And the first one was to look at them as they are right now, happy, and on their way to more happiness, okay, and success. And congratulations, you guys. And the second one, I'm getting a new daughter. Daughter we never had, but she's here. All right. And the third one, something that never happened before, is to see my French family and my American family together for the first time ever. That's something.
Moi, Marc Bernard Jean Autour-Cabane, je te choisis, Jennine Misa Pickett, Capo Cabane, pour être mon épouse.
I, Jennine Misa Pickett, Calpo Cabane, take you, Marc Bernard Jean Autour-Cabane, to be my husband.
Dès aujourd'hui, je te promets de t'aimer et de te chérir.
To have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse.
Pour le meilleur et pour le pire. Dans la prospérité et la pauvreté.
For richer, for poor, in sickness and health.
Dans la maladie et la bonne santé. Et jusqu'à la mort nous sépare.
To love and to cherish till death separates us.
I, Marc Cabane, give you Jennine Calpo Cabane. This ring is a symbol of my intimate commitment to you. I think I messed up.
And my love and commitment to you.
My love and commitment to you.
It's okay.
It's perfect.
Okay, you're good. You're doing great, honey. I, Jennine Calpo Cabane, give you Marc Cabane. My love is an intimate symbol. That's my love and commitment to you.
This ring.
This ring is a symbol of my love and commitment to you. Something like that.
By the power vested in me by the couple, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Tu peux embrasser la mariée. You may kiss your bride.
So she's describing him, and I didn't quite believe it. To say I was pleasantly surprised when I met him is an understatement.
The most important thing, though, about Marc is that he has a heart of gold. He's always trying to make the people around him happy. He's always taking care of us. He's always making everyone feel like the most special person in the world. He's always treated me that way. I've seen the way that he treats Jennine. And everything about Marc is sincere and from the heart. Basically, with Marc, what you see is what you get. And I really appreciate that about him.
So I also had the pleasure of being close to them and seeing firsthand, the various stages of them being a couple. So, when they first met, and then, when they, officially became a couple, and then again when they were much more serious. I was lucky enough to see this up close when the three of us lived together for a few months in our 20s. So you could really see, how much they had grown and evolved, from when they first started dating, and their love for each other is just so apparent.
Each time I find my old friend back, funny, contrary to what Fer mentioned yesterday, intelligent, sensitive, generous, incredibly kind, and with a heart as large as this castle.
And you can see how happy they make each other, and how their love for each other had continued to grow, and mature and be more confident as individuals. So you can really see now how they're so much more of a unit, really a family with their dog babies, and so hopefully that family will continue to grow in the near future. So hopefully we'll see some other babies very soon. So to Jennine and Marc, I love you both. So happy to be here with you and to share this moment. So if everyone can raise a glass, and I need to grab one myself, but cheers, santé, Fel, Jennine and Marc.
I love how the two of you are together. You fit so well in this life that you've made and put together for yourselves. And Marc, you bring out the best in Jennine, which I know is not always easy. But you do a really, really good job. So thank you for supporting her unconditionally and just being there for her and letting her be her. But, reining her in when she needs it. And so, Marc, thank you for getting your little brother I never had. So thank you for being so great. I'm so excited. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for you two. So I love you both so much. If everyone could raise their glass to join me in congratulating the beautiful bride and handsome groom. Congratulations.
First of all, I can't start without saying thanks, Marc, and thanks, Jennine. This is not just a wedding. This is a reunion. You got two families together with all our friends and relatives. How good can it get? And here we are in France, this beautiful chateau, and all these wonderful people. If my mom and dad had a word for this, they would have said, "Talagang mabuhay ito," or "Long live all of us, and we continue our family and have fun." Thank you. Let's see.
And I guess, Jennine, thank you for all of these years of trying so hard to get me to be cooler and more like you. I think if I ever marry a man half as good as Marc, I will have made it. So thank you for being my friend for all these years. And Marc, good luck.
And all these qualities that you have, Marc, I think will make you a great husband, hopefully one day a great dad. I look forward to watching French soccer games with you and your kids. And they're gonna have a lot of soccer jerseys. And I really, Jennine, Marc, I love you guys. I know that you guys will both treat each other with respect and with love, make a warm home, and continue making jokes, whether they're good or bad. and going on adventures and taking good care of the people around you. Cheers, and really wish you guys all the happiness and good health.
Jennine, the two of you have successfully spent the last 12 years together. You still have many mountains to climb together, but let me reassure you, the wedding preparation was by far the highest mountain. It gives me great pleasure to see how both you two are happy together and wish you every success in the world. Continue on this path, and I know from the bottom of my heart that the book of your life together never ends with the words, the end.